Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. For every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the second-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Dogs will kick this away to get us going. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Will it be? Ball handed off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls in the catch. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And he'll drop back here on third down. It's complete. Got space, looking to score. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Testing the right side here. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll ride the back again here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, third down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a first down.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
And this guy is as fast as there is in college football, and it's so much fun to watch him when he gets out in space with room to go. And you just know the home crowd is loving this.
And the Noles looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. First and goal, handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he put
quick pressure, they've got him down for a sack.
On first and goal, Chris, they run the football and lose yards. Then here on second down, they try to throw it in, come up with a sack. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down, because they've been going in reverse on these last couple plays?
And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Long enough and good. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Bringing it out, it's Burks. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Pressure is coming, and they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. Catch is made. Room to run here. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Boy, the tight end here just gets lost in coverage. Quarterback does a good job of kind of working through his progressions. He sees that tight end, his eyes light up, makes a great throw and a big gain for this offense.
Okay, ready? Offense getting set. It's second down. The runner takes off to his right. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid.
The ball is picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And a flag is down as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty is on. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Burks. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, they don't pick up the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains. It definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. Now here's the toss play. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. moves the ball to the 35, and another first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
The extra point makes the lead 18 now. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
Georgia, 21, Florida State, 3.
Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. It's an out route. The catch made. Run down at the 28. It's good enough for a first down.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Out the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Catch made on the sidelines, good enough for a first down.
I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Back to throw again. Snags the quick throw. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And, man, they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollock, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, but a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can...
Will he score here? The ball is loose. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, no.
Well, you talk about avoiding a disaster. That ball is on the ground, free for anybody to pick up. The offense picks it up, and not only that, they take it into the end zone.
So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. The Seminoles come to the line with 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a 1st and goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no. They're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
They're getting closer, but they're obviously thinking that this is 4-down territory. At this point in the game, trailing the way they are, they've got to come up with a play to put this.
He runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, it puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Burks. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
Man, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. But that was a good job by the defense playing discipline and forcing the incompletion.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. The Dogs will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. Not the way he wanted to kick it. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Takes the handoff again. Gets some space around the 30. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. This is a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT is good. They still trail by 4, 21-17. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled.
Oh, man. In situations like that, just take a fair catch or a touchback. Now you've hurt your offense by giving them poor field position.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Quick throw, testing the middle. And he's got it. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, that's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
Gain moves the ball to the 38, another 1st down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. They got him. It's a sack for the defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And looking for a big play here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking for the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Boy, this is a big play by this offense. They go on the post route. It's a perfectly run route. It looks like the ball is going to be overthrown, but how about the receiver laying out to bring that?
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
There we go. The defense is able to finally get some pressure on this guy. That's one way to slow him down. He has had one heck of a drive, but this time, give the defense some credit for getting after it.
2nd and long for this offense after the sack. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Just trying to get rid of it. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Field goal try, no good. After that miss, it's still a 4-point lead.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Oh, the pass is picked off. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Georgia 21, Florida State 17.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Georgia offense will take over.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Important possession here to begin the 3rd quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on this lead. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
A fourth down completion to the running back. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's brought down out at the 46.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender. Finding a bit of space. Tackle made after a big gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
But the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They'll run it here. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice solid gain.
So here we go now, third and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
How about that, Chris? Third down and 2. They get just enough. I thought they might bring the sticks out to measure. It was so close, but they're going to give them the first down. That's just trusting your back to get the yards you need for the first down.
The Noles are moving quickly down the field. And here's the handoff. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. You've got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important second down play coming up. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And the Seminoles are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Defense is coming after him. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Well, they're going to go with a play fake here. The only problem is no one on the defense bit at all on the play action. The results are a big sack for this defense.
They got some ground to make up. Second and long from the 15. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Hit as he released it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And looking to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Touchdown, Knowles. They're battled back to go in front now.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here's the point after attempt. The PAT puts him up 3. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. We're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. No press here. The defense backing away. Runs through the defender.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
On third down, it's a handoff. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. And the Bulldogs will crank up the tempo. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Caught over the middle. It's Burks. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
They look to throw it here on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's caught downfield. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost, and forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Dumps it down to the back. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Brought down after the takeaway, a big play by the defense to end this quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Florida State 24, Georgia 21.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Single back, takes the handoff. They'll tackle him about the 15-yard line.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
And now the running back's got it again. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Hey, I can understand the play call here. Backed up deep in your own territory, working with the lead in the 4th quarter. But you got to be careful of being too conservative. Because this defense right now, they're trying to get the football back, and they are selling out against this run game.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Going the other way, can they stop him?
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
There's the handoff. He'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Bulldogs come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Boy, anything at this point in the game, when you get down to 1st and goal, you get positive yards, that's a good thing. Now, what will they do here on 2nd goal? They spread this defense out, try to create some one-on-one matchups.
A 2nd and goal play for the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So nothing on the previous play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 1. Or it's snapped to the back. Touchdown, Dogs. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the 4th quarter, to give them the lead.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT up and good, so the lead is 4 here in the final quarter.
That makes the score Georgia 28, Florida State 24.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's moving out of the pocket now. The pass ball is incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Finally brought down, but the gain moves it to the 44.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The back's got it. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. He'll hand it off. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Handoff to the back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down play coming up. They'll run it to the left. Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the 4th quarter. Can they hang on? The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Turner looking to make a play here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Well, Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? And it's caught. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. And there's the handoff. They finally corral him at the 1. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Bulldogs, to take the lead in the final minute.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback with the game on the line. He finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they score late to take the lead.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up to preserve this lead. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackle at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock. You've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a...
Here's the throw deep downfield. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not just a pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing him the game.
Looking to throw it on first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Herb Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.